credit where credit is due. As the report into retirement income makes the point, we have a system that is sustainable, is manageable, and has capped Australia's ongoing unfunded liabilities at between 2 and 4% of GDP. Most other nations like the United States, the UK and Japan have unfunded liabilities in the hundreds of percents. The UK's unfunded liability prior to COVID-19 was at 900%. But we also have to be honest in this chamber and in this parliament about what the superannuation system in Australia has done. It was the policy purpose of this system, as set out by Paul Keating and Bill Kelty, to reduce or suppress Australian wages. They wanted to do this for the specific and express purposes of reducing inflation in the Australian economy. It was the grand bargain. They said it, Keating said it, Kelty said it, Ian Ross said it, and Callaghan in the retirement income review process has proved it. It is, those opposite are very keen to recite what is on page 1 of that report. I encourage all of them to read past page 1, maybe get as far as page 10 if they feel so inclined, and look at the tables and the economic modelling that Callaghan did that showed that emphatically the superannuation system that we have in Australia makes workers worse off over their lifetime. It is not an accident. It is not an accident. It is the specific policy design of this system. And as Callaghan had to come out the day after and say, look, if I am wrong in the way that I have modelled this, in the way that I have approached this, if the model is wrong, if the data is wrong, tell me where. And the multi-trillion-dollar industry super system and superannuation system, and I would say to the member for Whitlam, my criticisms are not of industry super. Too often, to the member for Hotham's point, this has become a political argument between Labor's largest donors, being industry super, and the Liberal Party. And they are right. And they are right to make the point. They are right to make the point that it is inappropriate. You called order, Mr Deputy Speaker.
No, I was calling order for the
fantastic.
members on my
It's about time, Deputy Speaker. Indeed, they need to be called to deputy. They need to be called to order. The point is this, that it was the design of the system. And retail super is just as guilty of this as any of the superannuation systems. And it's not just me saying this. It's not just me saying that, or Tim Wilson, or the member for Goldstein, or Senator Patterson, or Senator Bragg, or may I say, when they know no one's watching, many members on the other side, that the super guarantee makes people worse off. The Governor of the Reserve Bank says it. The Council of Financial Regulators says it. The head of ACOS. Now, Mr Deputy Speaker, I did not believe that I would be standing here ever quoting ACOS, but ACOS says increasing the super guarantee makes the least paid in our society worse off. And the Grattan Institute says it. The Labor-funded, backed, oft-quoted Grattan Institute is even telling them that an increase in the super guarantee makes those least amongst us worse off. And even Martin Fay said it. Martin Fay, the head of ASFA, said when the Callaghan report was released that it makes the arguments around increasing the super guarantee more difficult to make. Basically, Deputy Speaker, anyone with a calculator knows that our super system makes workers worse off. If the objective of the superannuation system is financial security in retirement, then the Callaghan report makes it clear that owning or substantially owning the house in which you live is the best, fastest, most secure path to financial security in retirement. And why wouldn't it be? We've created a system that is gobbling up $30 billion in fees and charges. And frankly, the Hayne Royal Commission should hang its head in shame for not investigating that.
The member's time has expired, and I call the member for Shortland.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker, and it is an opportune moment to follow the member for Mackellar